All right, guys, it's my treat to bring this next comedian up to the stage. He is so funny, he's hilarious, and I thought it would be a real special treat to have him be a part of this show tonight. He runs and hosts a weekly show at the Laughing Skull Lounge. He is unbelievably hilarious, one of the funniest in Atlanta. Give it up for the very talented Mr. Ben Evans.
Keep it going for Josh, all the graduates tonight. Keep it going for everyone you saw. It's been a great show, has it not? Yeah? Cool. You guys had a good time? All right. Well, let's go ahead and get this out of the way, because I already feel I know what you guys are thinking. Who put Derek Jeter in those Gap Kids clothes? Is that the vibe? Good. I'll just keep doing this all night. I don't want... Every day of my life. I'm a racially ambiguous gentleman. Yeah, if you couldn't tell by my head. And if you don't know what racially ambiguous means, by the way, if you don't know what racially ambiguous means, it means perfect. Yeah. Yeah, or globally inevitable. I would have accepted that too. Even if you guys haven't. It's weird looking like this. It's weird being racially ambiguous because everyone wants to know what my background is, right? Everyone wants to know what my nationality is. They're very adamant about it too. They just never tell me why, right? Yeah. I walked into a restaurant the other day. Some woman just stopped me like it was her right to know. I walked in. She goes, "Hey, you. Hey, ho, whoa." I was like, "Whoa, what's up?" She goes, "Excuse me. What's your nationality?" I was like, "Whoa, all right. Well, since you asked so politely, I'm Jamaican and Irish," and she goes, "Well, that's a pretty nice mix." And then she just sat down. What is she gonna do with that information? It wasn't like she pulled out a notebook and added me her dream team adoption list. Like Jamaican and Irish, I gotta get one of those. That'll go perfect with my Korean Jew. Like, that's not what happened. People don't know how to be racist towards me either. That's weird. Wow. The other day, some dude called me a gook. That's not accurate. If you don't know what a gook is, that's a derogatory slur for a Vietnamese person. So this guy was racist and wrong. I did find out something about myself, though, when he said it to me. Apparently, I'm not willing to stick up for a team that I'm not on. Yeah, I just walked away. Enjoy your racism, sir. I don't fight for those guys. I'm sorry. One benefit to looking like this, though, one benefit to being racially ambiguous, there's no stereotypes that you can make about someone that looks like me because you have no idea what's going on here, right? You don't know which ones to throw out, and I appreciate that. Because if I was just a dude that like inherited the terrible stereotypes from both of my parents, right? If I was just that guy, I'd be a pretty terrible person. I'm Irish and Jamaican. There's a lot of negative stereotypes associated with those two groups of people. So if I was just that guy, right? If I was just an Irish and Jamaican stereotype mix, it'd be like, hey, look, there's Ben. He's always drunk and looking to fight, but he's generally too high for confrontation. Like, what? That guy sucks. I'm wasted walking around like, hey, let's go fight those dudes. But let's do it on Twitter. We got a pizza coming. Like, no one wants to be around that guy. Right? I try not to stereotype, you know? I try not to do that. That's not right. But sometimes your brain just connects things, you know what I mean? It's hard. Like, I was in defensive driving school recently, and the lady that taught the class spoke with like a very thick African accent, right? She had a very thick African accent. And I realized, doesn't matter what we're talking about, every time I hear that accent, I just feel like I'm on a safari every time. I'm having a great time. Yeah, I spent 8 hours in the defensive driving course with that woman going, "This is a stop sign," and me going, oh, "It's beautiful." Are they indigenous to the area, or? It's weird. I think I don't have a lot of like interaction with that African accent. You know what I mean? I never hear it, so that's what I associate it with, you know? Unless I'm like in a cab on the way to the airport. It's the only other time I hear it. But then you're more likely to hear, "I do not stop at stop signs." You're like, oh my God. I might die in this cab. I wish I was on a safari right now. That would be way safer than with you. I do want to address something right now that I couldn't help but notice when I first walked in. So the very first time I hosted here at the Improv here in Atlanta, Chesta Drake was sitting almost in this exact same seat. Now, if you'll notice on your table, everyone has live fire and candles. Chesta lit her damn hair on fire in the front row the first time I ever hosted. Do you remember that? She's an older lady. There's a lot of hairspray in that thing. It went up fast like kindling. And that was the first time I found out I was a pussy because I was like, fire! And I went over here. Like, I was terrified. And the maternal skills of the woman sitting across from her were like kicked in. She started beating the side of Chesta's head. It went out very quickly. I'm just glad you're okay because that night Chesta came in a blonde and left a redhead. So it was a little bit... I gotta be honest, that deserved more, you guys. It did. That deserved more. I'm glad you're okay. I noticed your candle was out. Was that because you were like, I don't want that shit happening again? No chances. Can we have no candle on this table or just a light, please? Thank you. Yeah. I like doing comedy. It's fun. I got to do some traveling recently. Went to New York City, which is a cool place. Yeah. First, I'd never done this before, too. I went to the Statue of Liberty for like a tourist visit or whatever. And I didn't know this, but the Statue of Liberty, that was a gift, right? France gave that to us, right? At a certain point, they just showed up on boats. They were like, bonjour, we made you a gift. We were like, what? What is it? This is exactly how it went down. I watched a documentary. They were like, we made you a statue. We were like, okay. You can go inside. All right, thank you guys, right? Then they left. They were like, au revoir. We were like, bye, right? And as soon as they left, we went, put that shit in the ocean. I don't want to look at it. Are they kidding? Is that a dude? I think that's a dude wearing a lady's dress. Face that shit towards Jersey. I don't want to see it. I think I've peaked as a comedian. I really do. With this night, you guys are that amazing. This is great. I could live in New York, though. I wish I did, man. You don't have to use a car there, and that's something that's important to me because my car is like falling apart as I'm driving it. It's terrible, man. Like, and I'm not one of those people I need like a really nice ride or anything like that. You know what I mean? But like in my car, like I inherited the car with the check engine light on. It's become a feature now in my vehicle. Yeah, power windows and check engine light. That's what I got going in my car. Sometimes when you drive a terrible car too, like lights will come on the dashboard you've never seen before, right? Like I was driving the car the other day, light came on the dashboard, never seen before. It was this picture of a small car sideways on two wheels with swerve marks behind it. And there was a person falling out of the window of the car. Who is gonna do that? Why would that happen? I thought it was like my car's suicide note. Like, I'm taking myself out, pal. Be a good time to buckle up. This is it right here. It's like, oh my God! It's terrifying. I looked it up though. Apparently it was just a problem with my traction control. But that's the worst case scenario, right? I go flying out the window of my own car because I didn't get the traction control fixed. Volvo, all right? That is the worst case scenario light. We don't need to see that. That'd be like if every time you ran low on gas, instead of seeing that mini pump, it's just a picture of one person blowing another person on the side of a freeway while holding an empty gas can and crying. That is the worst case scenario. We don't need to... Maybe for some of you, that's a dream. In my world, complete nightmare. Lots of lovely ladies here. Hi, ladies. Yeah. Oh, hi. Girls are adorable. Here's one thing I love about ladies. Girls can take something that's like relatively unattractive or unappealing, put like a cute phrase on it, make it sound adorable, you know? Dudes, we don't have that ability at all. We say exactly what just happened every time, like, oh my God, I just shit my pants. I just farted, a little shit came out. I'm serious. We can't be in a museum right now. This is inappropriate. Same thing happens to a girl. You guys are like, my panties just whispered. You're like, that's a better way to say that. That means you share yourself? That's a better way to, I'm gonna say that next time. That's a good way to phrase that. Girls are adorable. Some ladies here that have shit themselves, apparently. My girlfriend hit me with a cute phrase the other day I was not expecting, right? We were lying in bed in the morning, right? I went to give her a kiss on the lips. That's a nice gesture in the morning, right? But she stopped me. She was like, ooh, just so you know, I haven't had a chance to brush my teeth yet, so I might have a little kitten breath. I was like, what is that? That is adorable. I've never heard of that before. And in my dumb guy brain, just based on the phrase, I literally thought I was gonna get close to her mouth and be like, oh, your breath smells like yarn and innocence. How did you just do that? What a perfect term. Turns out, by the way, kitten breath doesn't mean that at all. It actually means a smell that combines spoiled yogurt and trash. Yeah, it was disgusting. Don't fall for that is the message there. Girls are hideous creatures. No. I love you guys. This is awesome. I gotta go soon. I like messing around. I like doing pranks a lot. I was making some prank phone calls recently because I'm an adult. Yeah, I'm almost 30. I'm like, let's fuck with businesses. Not cool. But here's the idea. I think you guys will dig this. This is the idea of the prank phone calls, right? I was calling around to businesses to see if they'd put like my crazy messages on cakes, right? Like I called one place, I read the entire first verse of Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise. And it took me like 2 minutes. At the end of it, the lady was like, sir, we only have cupcakes. I cannot do that. We don't have a tiny writer that works here. That's not gonna be possible. So then I called one place that had a very unique experience, right? I was not anticipating this at all. This is what I said to the woman. This is what I wanted to put on the cake, okay? This is how you're finding out Santa's not real. Happy third birthday, right? That was okay. So that's what I say to this lady, right? And as expected, there's a little bit of a dramatic pause after I say it. She comes back on the phone. She's like, sir, is that how your son's really finding out that Santa's not real? And I'm in character, so I'm like, yes, that's what's going on, right? And there's another pause, and then she goes, well, I think that's fantastic. What? And then she just went into like a 10-minute rant about how Jesus Christ is the only truth in this world. One time she went over to her sister's house, tried to teach her two sisters' kids about the realism of Jesus Christ and the fallacies of Santa Claus. So she locked those two kids in a bathroom for 2 hours, had them write Bible verses all over their naked bodies. Now she's no longer allowed over there or within 500 feet of a school. So if you ever want to talk to the craziest person ever, call the Publix Bakery in Oxford, Mississippi, and ask for Linda. My name is Ben Evans. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Keep it going for Josh, everybody. Thank you.
Give it up for Ben, guys. Give it up for Ben. That was awesome.